Well, I've gone and done it again. This week, for your entertainment, I have personally scraped the bottom of the literary barrel and come up with Alchemised. This is a grimdark fantasy novel so committed to being miserable it makes jury duty feel like a Caribbean cruise. So buckle up because my pain is your pleasure and we're about to wade into this swamp of a book.
Ooh, listen to that. There was blood everywhere. Wow, you can just feel the epic scope, can't you? This is going to be a grand adventure, a tale for the ages. Or, or not, because let's be real, the only blood spilled here was from my own weeping eyeballs. The real tragedy is the poor trees that had to die to print this thing. So let's get into the evidence, shall we? First up, Exhibit A, the world building. Or more accurately, the world demolition. It seems the author's main creative strategy was to just make everything relentlessly, soul-crushingly awful. And our main character, Helena, she gets the VIP tour of misery right from page 1. So here's the welcome basket when you arrive in Bummerville. You get a front row seat to a mass execution. Then you get to see your buddies turned into zombies, who are then used to kill your other buddies. After that, it's off to the torture lab for a little light experimentation, capped off with a pep talk about how you're completely worthless. What a trip. It's like they had a brainstorm for every terrible thing that could happen to a person and just did all of them.
So yeah, this is basically her daily planner. It's not a story, it's a doom loop. It has all the emotional nuance of a terrible family reunion that just never, ever ends. You know what I say to that whole idea? Buzz off, you silly goose. Go find a different hobby, like competitive cheese rolling.
All right, Exhibit B. Now you'd think, okay, the world is a flaming trash can, but maybe the magic system is cool, right? Nope. It's just as creative as everything else, which is to say, not at all. So the magic is called resonance. And what, you might ask, does resonance do? The answer is yes. It does whatever the author needs it to do at that exact second. It's the magical version of just yelling plot twist whenever you write yourself into a corner. It heals you, it controls people, it makes you a sandwich. It's not a system, it's an excuse. And how did humanity get this amazing all-purpose magic? Well, apparently some godlike being decided to give the planet a cosmic noogie. We're talking raining fire, cities swallowed by the ocean, earthquakes, plague, the works. The entire planet basically got shoved into a locker and had its lunch money stolen. And after surviving the apocalypse 5 times over, what did humanity get for its trouble? The ability to bend metal with their minds. That's it. That's the grand prize. What a ripoff. I would have demanded a full refund and maybe a gift card for my troubles. This brings us to Exhibit C, the villain. Or the guy who's supposed to be the villain. Meet Kaine Ferron. He is, without a doubt, the most aggressively helpful antagonist I have ever had the misfortune of reading about. Look at this. On the left, you've got his resume. Brutal enforcer, feared torturer. Sounds tough, right? But then you look at what he actually does. He's teaching our hero self-defense, making her take her medicine, assigning her homework, and then he gets all pouty when somebody else is mean to her. He's not a villain. He's a very, very grumpy guidance counselor. But don't you worry, there is a real bad guy. Kind of. It's Kaine's dad, Atreus. And our first introduction to this terrifying lich lord, he's possessing a dead body that is, and I quote, powdery, smelling strongly of lavender. And that's it. I'm making an executive decision. His name isn't Atreus anymore. From now on, he is Count Powderskull, the Lavender Menace. It fits. It feels right in my soul. And here's a little taste of the Ferron family Christmas letter. A little father-son bonding, courtesy of old Count Powderskull himself. You can just feel the warmth, can't you? What a guy. Definitely in the running for Father of the Year.
So, with a life coach for a villain and a potpourri-scented arch-nemesis, you'd assume the heroes have their act together, right? That the resistance is a well-oiled machine? Oh, you sweet summer child, no. Welcome to Exhibit D.
I took the liberty of breaking down their master plan. As you can see, a whopping 40% of their time is dedicated to arguing. That's followed by losing, getting captured, and blaming the main character for everything. And then that tiny little 1% sliver, that's them actually doing something useful. It's pathetic. And here is their leader. This is before he became Count Powderskull's weekend skin suit, by the way, explaining their noble and heroic philosophy. Just listen to this inspiring speech. Let me translate that for you. What he's saying is, We're absolutely the good guys. We just, do all the exact same horrible things as the bad guys, but we feel kind of conflicted about it, and our PowerPoint presentations are immaculate. Got it?
But all of this, every complaint so far, has just been the opening act. Because now, we arrive at the main event, my final exhibit. The so-called hero of the resistance, the great hope for mankind, a fella named Luc Holdfast. Just get a load of his introduction, the heart of the resistance, a symbol of hope and light. This is supposed to be the guy, the one who's gonna save them all. Okay, sure, let's see what this champion of goodness actually does. So here it is, the grand, heroic journey of Luc. Step 1, he's handsome. Great start. Step 2, he gets captured instantly. Step 3, he gets possessed by the main villain. Step 4, he becomes a mindless puppet. And Step 5, the actual hero has to put him out of his misery. That's his contribution. He's not a symbol of hope. He's a meat suit. His entire purpose in this 800-page book is to be a fleshy rental car for Count Powderskull. That's it. The great hero is just a biological tuxedo for the bad guy to wear to the final battle. It's the most absurd thing I have ever read. A walking, talking, human-shaped limousine. Oh, man.
Okay, let me pull myself together here. Right. So, after slogging through the endless misery, the magic duct tape, the villain who just wants you to be your best self, the world's most incompetent heroes, and the human rental car, what is the deep, profound message of this epic story?
That's it. It's about daddy issues. The whole apocalyptic war is just a backdrop for Count Powderskull and his son to have a very dysfunctional family therapy session. That's the book, and that's all I have to say about this literary train wreck. I'm gonna go wash my brain out with soak. See you next time.